Us Mitch, us Shihan. Been a good week, been a good day.
Very good day.
We've done some great training. Today, thanks for coming everyone. Today we're going to look at some Bunkai from Saiha. Saiha is a great kata, a traditional kata from Goju that's also brought with him to Kyokushin. And it's a very easy kata to learn, but it has some pretty high level bunkai in it that you can actually do at different levels, and sometimes I see people do some of the bunkai and it does pass the scratch test. Sometimes there's some traditional techniques which make a lot of sense, but you just never see them in real live situations, especially some of the two-hand techniques where you're hitting double or you're punching double, things like that. They have a lot of application. If you get away from the concept of punching, and if you've got to knock someone on their butt and drive with two hands, that makes a lot of sense. But sometimes some of the two-handed strikes and so on, when you do them in practice with a compliant opponent, they're really nice, they make sense. When you do them against a non-compliant opponent, sometimes they're not quite as efficient as they should be. So today I just want to look at Saiha. I'll do the kata Kyokushin style. There's probably more than one style. I know there's a couple of changes that have come in over the years, but I'll do it once, and then I'm just going to, it's just a nice short session again, just demonstrate a couple of applications, but I want to demonstrate the possibilities of someone who really is serious about particularly wrist grabs and things like that. And then we'll work on a couple of nice applications. Thanks for coming. Hi, Rochelle. Roland, good to see you, man. Yeah, so Roland's in WA and Sensei Mike's in WA too. So, and you both say it's pretty hot. So how hot is it? It's been super hot here.
Yeah, humid and hot.
But today was cooler.
First time.
Yeah, this morning's training was actually so much cooler, and lunchtime today compared to Monday.
I didn't lose 3 kilos in sweat this morning, so that was good.
Yeah, that's true. Mitch lost 3 kilos in sweat on Monday morning. So thanks for coming, guys. First of all, I'm just going to quickly do the kata.
42.
40. Jeez, that's like serious. That's over 100. Like 105 or something. I'm going to do the kata. Forgive me, there's a couple of moves in the kata which I find quite challenging because of my bad knee. So anyway, I'm making excuses already. High 30s in Mandurah, wow. Good. Okay, so I'm going to find the center of the kata. I might even do it at an angle here. Yeah. Okay. Say hop. Lost the microphone halfway through. Even the microphone jumped away in fear. Okay, so the first couple of applications I want to look at. The first one is this movement here, where I turn and pull. Now, we have to see the relation to Bunkai. The masters of Bunkai, Ankoi Tosu said, and Chojo Miyagi said, there is one opponent and he is in front of you. Secondly, a retracting hand has something in it. Okay, so work that idea. I'll get Mitch to come over here. We work that idea, my opponent is in front of me. Even though the kata turns like this, we know when we fight, we don't hang around and stay here. We're constantly looking for angles. Okay, so in the kata now, Mitch grabs my hand. Boom. Okay, now that's one way to grab it. The reality is, if someone grabbed my hand like that, I'd literally just there, hit, there, or even cooking, there, or knife hand tetsu, straight out of Kihon Kata, Kihon tetsu, bang, there like that. In the Kata now, you may grab even two hands, like this. So it's much harder. So leverage is more and more of my body against less and less of his. So if he has two arms, go to one arm. If he has one arm against my arm, it's a 50-50, and chances are he'll win. Okay, if he goes two arms, now it's like 90-10. I'm not moving that. Unless I leverage my body. So just like over a second, in the kata, we come from here and pull it across the body. So now what I do is I change angles and pull it like this. So I come here, look, pull it in. Now he can like fight that. Okay, now I put it on my body and hold my own hand, now fight that. He can't fight it. So I'm here, I come closer, I go from punch range, he's grabbing, headbutting. So headbutt, pull, knock the hands down, and bang. Knock your mic off. Yeah. We're getting used to these mics. I put mine down. So again, once again, the wrist grab comes. I leverage my own body. If I come in, I'm going to come in with a headbutt, pull, knock down. Okay, that could be, he grabs me, he goes to punch me. I pull, and knock it away there as well. So I'm in this situation, don't want trouble. He grabs, punches, boom, boom, and then, and back fist there like that. That's a really good application. The catch is, smart guys that know how to grab wrists would grab wrist down. So if he goes wrist up, there's a lot of ways to break out of that. You learn how to break out of it in different ways. We can even come here and do wrist locks, things like that. It's very common in karate to practice these wrist locks. Let's go real close here so you can see. There, I open my hand, turn. I come in. I open my hand, turn, come in here, and I have a wrist lock. Poor old Mitch has been doing wrist locks all day. But in a bang. Another thing, look, my hand comes up here. You're really, really under pressure against there. I hit. And look, I get this wrist lock, small circle. Bang. Here, open my hand, make it strong. Hit, bang. There's a wrist lock. But he turns the hand up the other way. Whoop, it doesn't work anymore. Damn. So it doesn't work. Okay, that's where this technique works really well. Now I bring it to my body. See that? If you look at this wrist in space, there's a plumb line here. The wrist, it wouldn't move. You see that? It doesn't move in space. What moves is my body moves with it, and then I grab, and then I pull away. Now there's another hidden application there with my elbow pressure on his arm. So now I come here, look, now I use my elbow pressure on his arm, and he hits the deck. So we go back so you can see that now. So to release, I can hit, come, and break, or I can hit. Look, I take this elbow over the top and drop my weight on his arm, there like that. And I haven't even broken the wrist yet, there like that. Okay, so that's the application. If the wrist is up the other way, boom, I can come in, break it quite easily and come out. But if it goes the other way, that hand doesn't come out as easily. You actually have to go the other way to get it out. Okay, and we don't think of that because, we're habits, we're creatures of habit. So, what's going on? You've got to learn to go the opposite way. Boom, there like that. Oh, sorry, come through. So what I like to do, contain the hand, elbow over, pressure down like that. And that's very, very strong. Okay, but let's just say now, so you've got that movement out of the kata where you come here. And often it's taught, well, he blocks and punches. So he kicks, other leg, kicks, punches, boom. And you do this sort of thing, and I'm really sorry. But you're not going to see that happen. You're just not going to see that happen. What may happen is he might kick me to bring my hands down and then punch me in the nose because I'm so stupid that I took my hands down off my face. Okay, so we need to deal with that. So this movement here, and then this movement here. 1, kick, 2, kick. So that's the movement. So the first one is, hand comes down, 1, he punches me, now I'm coming to the outside. So maybe it goes here, there. So in slow motion, 1, 2, there like that. The first one goes to the inside. I'm going to check, I hope people aren't saying there's no sound. But we've got sound, beautiful, beautiful, we have sound. Okay, so I'm here, the first one is, bang, I want to get my hand up fast. Okay, 1, this time I'm bringing the hand up this way, so I'm going to the outside. If I want to contain and grapple, I stay to the inside of the elbows. If I want to contain and strike, I go to the outside of the elbows. Okay, so I'm here now, kick comes, I go there. First movement here, then the second movement there. There, there. You can see now I'm straight outside. There's 2 things I can do. 1, elbow dislocation, or if not, at least an elbow tweak, which makes it harder for you to generate power. I'm going to turn right around so you can see this. Bang, bang. 1, 2, bang, palm heel. And you can combine that bunkai with the last bunkai here. So we're here, 1, 2. Tweak, bang, knock down. Control, but I don't have to hit. What I can do is knock down, cross face, and I go behind, and that's that last movement of the kata. Now, let me just say one thing. The reason the law enforcement, I could be wrong, I was wrong once before, and I think I was wrong. I was right, I was wrong. So, anyway, law enforcement don't use a rear naked because it's dangerous. And it's been shown that the objective of this rear naked technique is to break necks. That was the ultimate thing. You go from this standing position and you just drop your weight, bang, and you just crack the neck forward like that, and it's very, very dangerous. So that's why law enforcement tend to be over here with this sort of thing. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that if you control and stay up. What I prefer is in this situation, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I come here. Look, that, see, the last move out of Saiha. 1, 2, and come here, and then turn around so you can see. I push there and pull there. And I get his head over his heels like that. Now watch the angle of the arm. Instead of going under to a naked strangle, I do a cross face there, and I put pressure on. Now, why doesn't he turn around? If I go like that, he'll just turn, right? To prevent that, I'm going to hit this shoulder, there like that. So I push here to get his balance, and I push that shoulder to get there. Now, I have control, and I have tremendous control because my radius bone is along his jawline. Where the teeth enter the jaw, you get tremendous pressure, and my objective to gain control is I keep this ear center line heading down. Here, like that, and there's tremendous control. And if I need to take him down, I can control. Notice when I do it, this arm is not up because that allows him to turn. Exactly. What I need to be aware of is to prevent that turn. I push this arm, and now when he turns, it's a different opposite. Like that. It's very, very controlling, very painful. Okay? So, let's just quickly look at a couple of those bunkai again. First one is the wrist grab. Bang, wrist grab in. I'm just going to connect my hands. Pull. Look. If the wrist grab stays in the same place, I bring my thumb towards me, my elbow towards his elbow, and the wrist comes this side. Watch. Let's go close. I open, thumb towards me, elbow towards his elbow. Notice that the wrist lock doesn't move. I'm not pulling it. I'm not trying to move it in space. I leave it exactly there and come forward. Okay? 1, there, hit, there. Okay? So, when we do it in the kata now, he grabs the wrist, I open, I turn my body and connect everything to my body, break it, bang, or I break it and he punches, over like that. punch comes, back fist there as well. And if you've got back fist, you always follow with a palm heel. That's my theory. Back fist followed by palm heel. So you go like that, and it's quite quick, and you get double the stunning effect. Okay, next one is if the wrist is thumb down instead. That one doesn't work as easy, right? So now what we're going to do is, again, connected to my body, this elbow comes over the top, pressure down there. Okay? You can, if you know what you're doing, come here for the wrist lock as well, but it's a little more technical. One, come to here. That wrist lock is very powerful. So, yeah. Here, connect over the top, bang, and there. Or if they do go down like that, boom, over the top here, step in and look. Now I have vulnerability in his elbow, and you can just lean into the elbow. The next bunkai we want to look at is the last one, bang, here. I'm going to drag cross face. See that? Once again, bang, I'm going to get that hand up again. So that's literally like that. Watch this hand. It goes down, it comes back up again. It goes down, back up. Down, back up. It comes down, back up. And I can work the elbow dislocation, all in one motion. 1, 2, 3. Like that. Push down, palm heel. Okay? Or push down, cross face. Last move, the kata. This hand here pushes his back. And then it comes up to the shoulder, so he can't turn around. I have this hand going forward, this hand coming back, control, fold to the chest. So there are a couple of really practical, realistic bunkai. A lot of bunkai isn't realistic. You may say, yeah, but that's connecting one early in the kata to one later in the kata. The word bunkai literally means compartmentalization. Okay? It doesn't mean application. It doesn't mean that they have to be in order. Bunkai means compartmentalization. You break it up. If you're in a situation and it presents itself to a particular breakdown in a particular kata, then use it. Just because that isn't led into it by the previous move in the kata is completely irrelevant. You just move, you bunkai it, you break it up, you go there. Like
are they the concepts of induction and deduction that you talk about?
Yes, in the book we talk about that. That's really worth studying. You'll find that certain moves lend themselves to inductive solutions. Yeah, and others deductive solutions.
And those techniques you just use there, Shihan, the grabs, we do them in grappling all the time. You do them and the crossface and everything, like every single week. They're practically used in training.
Yeah, this is the thing. We need to remember that bunkai is very beautiful, and there is an artistic side to bunkai, but there's also a realistic side to bunkai, and you have to pressure test it against non-compliant opponents. And one of the best places to do that is get in on a floor and just go to guys, well, let's actually really try and break my grip, really try and hang on so I can't break the grip. And all of a sudden you find things that you think work easily actually don't work as easily after all. So it's a good testing field. The next thing, of course, is you don't just grapple or you don't just strike, you combine the two. So you may be grappling, you put little gloves on, and you allow punches in the grappling as well. And that brings it up another level altogether. Us Dave, partly cloudy. Christian, pretty sure while you were doing the kata, Sensei Mitch was doing his best Michael Winslow snapping doggy sounds effects. No, it wasn't. Very funny. Harold, Rhode Island, my instructor, Liu-Q, Chinoheshi and I, we did our, Harold, we did our Nidan together in Japan in 1984. We were training at Hombu together. Marco, Christian, law enforcement, at least in Queensland, calls it, yes, lateral vascular neck resistance, just as you demonstrated. So, no naked strangles. It's much more dangerous. It's okay in a controlled environment with a referee and a mat, but on a hard floor, you get some guy to rear naked strangle, and you walk backwards and trip and fall down, and he breaks his neck. You're going to be in jail for the rest of your life. You will be in jail because the objective of that technique when it was developed was to kill people by breaking the neck. And you can't plead ignorance. If you're using that technique, you can't say, well, I didn't realize, I was just, oh, gee, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is why they go to the LVNR, the lateral vascular neck resistance. Beautiful. Also, I visited Shinohei Sensei's dojo a few times, interviewed him. Wow, he's also a real gentleman, yeah. And he and his wife, Vera Shinohei, or Vera de Lee, she was secretary at Hombu. Shout out to Shinohei Sensei, or Shihan, and Vera. Vera was right there in Japan at Hombu when I was training, and also for the years after. And they had 2 sons, and I remember I got photos of them with our little kids. There was Tora and Yu, dragon and tiger.
Cool.
And Yu Shinohei went on to win the All Japan Heavyweight Judo Championship.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that is a really rare achievement. So Liu Shinohei, one of a big, strong lad. Vera de Lee, or Vera Shinohei's wife, she must have been 5'11" herself. And then Shinohei was 6'2", 6'3", and their son was a big, strong lad. So shout out to them. And it's really, really nice to see you, Harold. Please let him know. I don't just know him. I actually think of him quite often because what a great guy. And Vera, his wife, fantastic lady as well. Us. Zenshin, couldn't sleep just past midnight here. Found some live instruction. Great from good on you, Zenshin. Where's Zenshin? Where's your dojo? Us, very lovely lady. Flemish, Belgian, correct? Belgian. She's from Belgium. Speaks French. Resistant restraint. Yes, good. There you go. What's wrong? If LVNR requires less precision. Yes, you can whack it on a little bit quicker. And that little whack in the carotid side. So, oh, that got him. Sorry, sir. Yeah, but anyway, I love his kids. One of his sons was, yes, we were just talking about Liu. Liu Shinohei won the All Japan Heavyweight Judo Championship. That's a very, very elite field right there. Indiana, beautiful. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you got something out of those bunkai. Remember, you have to be realistic with the bunkai. Bunkai literally means to compartmentalize. You break it up and you undo the knots and you put it back together. Those wrist releases, you have to be realistic with wrist releases. They can be someone who knows how to wrist grab will shut you down. And they don't just grab, they grab and punch, all that sort of thing. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for coming along, guys. Really appreciate it. We're nearly hitting 3 million. I can't remember which.
A couple of zeros.
Yeah, a couple of zeros. What's a couple of zeros here and there? Nearly hitting 3,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. It helps us, and we're trying to build the channel because Mr. Beast is in monstrous trouble. He put a video up one day, and in the one day it had 76 million views.
Really?
Yeah, a bit like us.
It's very similar.
With the zeros.
Yeah.
Okay, good on you. Thanks, guys. Mitch,
thank you, Shihan.
good to see you again. Lovely pool right there. And that's where we're going. Going for a swim and a sauna. Unfamiliar, look at a familiar Kata. Sensei Mike, I'd be really intrigued to hear more about your perspective on that. Please, everyone, subscribe, hit the little bell, and leave a comment. Makes a big difference. Thank you.